This is the Goblin King. So, as you guys may hear, my voice is a bit crazy tonight. There may be some cracking. There may be a little bit of unwilling, weird, pubescent sounding squeaks that come from my chatter hole. So, what I want to do is offer everyone a chance to listen to my story. The story is actually not just mine, it's many people who are involved. And I have an idea that I would like to present to all of you. Now, basically, I wouldn't mind doing stories of other people for Second Life, and it would be my pleasure to offer this. Normally, my voice would be in a much better position, but I'm going to try it anyway. You're all aware of the Dark Crystal, and I have to thank Meow for many parts of this because I have been a bit ill these last few days. But I am very. I don't know what the word is. Invigorated by what Meow took from our RP and did such a great job with it, throwing in the parts that I couldn't add because I was unavailable and making it brilliant. Hats off to you, Meow. I offer you my most deepest and sincere appreciative curses and curses to you. We will begin. Velandar appears in the Elder Woods. Immediately, he controls himself by altering his aura and placing the needed wards, not wanting to drain the life from the Elder Woods. The normal Fae and other sprites were absent from view. The Goblin King simply sends out a whispering message to Meow. His attention, or trying to get his attention. Come out, you little bugger, and come see the Lich. Meow rolls his eyes. I am not little, you know. He crosses his arms and he frowns. What are you doing in the Elder Woods anyways? The Goblin King looks at the Mage Fae, saying simply, Greetings, little buck. Gooders to see you. Tell me, little one, have you noticed the sickness that the land has shown? Meow mumbles about this question being ignored, or about his question being ignored, but plays along with the Lich. Obviously, who couldn't notice a thing like that? He scoffs before he jerks a hand up and points slowly to the rising sun. The Goblin King says, What if I told you I know a way to cure the lands of the sickness it has been suffering? Meow arches an eyebrow suspiciously. Is that so? Please do elaborate. He says more than a bit skeptically. He knew that Velandar wouldn't come to him unless it was something, or there was some kind of catch. Meow arches an eyebrow suspiciously. Velandar, or the Goblin King, nods his head in mock solemnness. Oh yes, I have been looking into some cause and the Black Magister's efforts before he had left for other dimensions unknown, and I believe I have found a way, or at least to protect your little home here. I know how important the effects are doing to your land, and I myself am no fan of the sun being a goblin. Meow snorts. Heh, Since when do you care for the Elder Woods? He runs a hand over his face with a wan smile. Don't even bother answering. I know you won't give the truth of whatever your ploy you're running. He glances at the lich from between his fingers. Well, go on, he says dully. The Goblin King grins in his mocking way, his wicked smile. He says, now this is where you, dear Meow, come in. Alas, I will not be able to do what needs to be done. And I know nothing in your efforts come for free. Meow raises both eyebrows. And just what will I get? Undoubtedly you will ask. Of me is going to be dangerous, and in more ways than one, if you don't want to do it yourself. He frowns a bit. Actually, what is the task? You keep evading mentioning that little detail. The Goblin King simply walks forward, still with mastery over his words and aura. Dear Meow, in return for doing this task, I will gladly aid your loving forest with a very powerful spell, an utter darkness, to keep the efforts of the sun at bay. And in turn, you will retrieve the power focus I need to complete this task. Meow nods his head slowly, carefully considering what he had just been told. He knew the wicked old undead had not told him the important factors to exactly how this was dangerous. Indeed, it was likely he wouldn't even if Meow called him out on it. But still, after more thought, he realized that it was just the opportunity he was looking for. He would use the Lich just as Valendar planned to use him. Very well. Yeah, that's Meow's voice, isn't it? Very well. I will help you, he says, giving the Lich a false smile. I will need more details, though. Excuse me for a second here. Get a drink to refresh my ailing voice. There we go. The Goblin King grins. Oh, wonderful then. This is what I need done. You know of Drek, the whore sister of the king? You see, she has a very particular item that will save us. And that fool Orcus has no clue what it is. There are two ways you can go about this. One is to approach her and to weasel it out of her that she has it, by subtle means, of course, and then offer to buy it with a chest of gold that I will reluctantly supply. Or you can steal it. This is up to you. Meow snorts rudely. Bargain with that Orcus? Are you mad? He blinks he blinks as he realizes he's talking to a lich. Actually, don't answer that. He wrinkles his nose. She is as miserly as her brother, and twice as cunning and business savvy. If half the rumors are true, no buying her. It won't do without a king's ransom to trade for it. Still, theft from the king's sister is a dangerous proposition. You better know what you're doing, Archmage. He says a little bit sullenly, as he thought over it. I will retrieve it, is all that all he would say at length. The Goblin King nods his head quickly. He says simply, Gooders to hear. You will find all of the informations you need in this letter. I have important stuff to do. Best of luck, Meow. The Goblin King laughs. The Goblin King disappears, leaving a letter where he stood before Meow could say anything. Meow scoffs at the empty space. Important stuff. More likely you're running away before I could ask you questions you didn't want to answer, he grumbles as he shakes his head. He bends down to pick up the letter. It was sealed with a skull embossed wax seal, which had a spell warding on it that it would burn the hand off of anyone who had tried to open it. Only someone with high mage strength could undo it. Cautious as ever, Lich, he sighed to himself. He waved his hand over it slowly as the wax seal began to bubble, sizzling loudly as it evaporated suddenly in a puff of dark purple smoke and sparks. Meow opens the letter. Inside are the details of his target of the theft could be found, and various details pertinent to the successful theft. The sorts of opposition that there might be up against, and so forth. He scans over all of it, giving a wry smile as it suddenly goes up in a burst of green flame. In his hands as he finishes it. He wants no evidence that he has anything to do with it in case it goes wrong, he muses dully with a chuckle before disappearing himself to prepare for the theft. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this little section I wanted to do for everyone. Let me quick get the name of that RP. My voice is very bad right now, and I apologize. Dark Crystal. Deceptive Bargain. I will try and do some more tomorrow on part 2, part 3, and part 4. And if you think that we might be able to get together, if you want to do an RP of yours, and you want to do the recording of it, I will put the video together and post it on my channel. Or if you have a channel, I'll do it for you and post it there. I wouldn't mind posting it on mine too, though, but that's kind of cool. That's just me. Anyways, thank you, everyone. I hope you liked it. I want to thank Meow again. He is awesome for helping me out while I've been ill. And I appreciate it. I really appreciate it, Meow. You're awesome, buddy. You're freaking awesome. Until next time. Bye-bye.